Hi, I'm Blue Butterfly. Welcome to Bring It On. Our musical guest today is Expect Less, who are a bunch of punks. Our host is Stevie Z. Bring it on.
Hey, what's going on over there, Blue? Hey, before we get going with our band Expect Less, Blue, you have a little something you want to talk about?
I do.
Because we're always trying to support everybody that's out there in the arts and writing, so what do you have for us?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've written and illustrated a spiritual guide, The White Light Prophecies, which is available on Amazon.
Go check it out. Blue has been involved with the show before, very interesting. Blue, thank you very much. But our guests tonight are punks, or pop punks, and that's what we're going to talk about is Expect Less. And they're a great group. Interesting even how I found them. But with a name like Expect Less, what's going on? By the way, I'm sorry, Stephen, Lindsay, and Carlo. So Stephen also has a PH like myself, so it makes it a little easier too. Yeah. And we're not Steffens, we're Stevens.
It's a horrible life we live.
I know, it's everybody. But let's talk about it. Expect Less, the name of the band. That's what I was interested in. What do you got? How'd you get that name?
Yeah, well, originally started just trying to put two words together that sound cool. You just want a cool sounding name, but it sort of turned into, I would guess, like a bit of a philosophy or a way to live for us, because none of us really took conventional paths in our life, anything that was expected of us. So we just sort of wanted people to think a little less of us, so
if
they'd be happy with the outcome of what we do. So yeah, just go into things with a low expectation and you'll be happier in life.
Yeah, because if you have some high things, maybe a little more disappointed, so you're just going to do it, and sometimes you get very surprised at what ends up happening.
Exactly.
So it's not a bad thing. But the name, all of you together, anybody in particular that came up with that one, or? It was
me. It was before I met these guys, but yes, it was me.
Okay. Now the other thing too, we're definitely see some interesting clips of yourselves playing, and you're pop punk. I know from listening to you what it is, because I grew up when it was punk and a little different, great music. It broke through a lot of barriers, which was great, a little more raw, and you have that raw sound too, and that was a great thing about punk. But how would you describe pop punk, and what you're doing now?
Right, yeah, that's definitely specifically the genre I would use. It's just more of, like you said, it's based from that raw sound from the 70s, like, bands like Ramones or stuff like that.
Heard of them.
Yeah.
Real good. And I know you guys are, I know in particular, Stephen, you're a big Green Day fan?
Right, well, yeah, they're really the ones that blew open the genre of pop
Carlo
punk.
too?
Yeah, huge. That was my first cassette tape back in the day.
Cassettes?
Cassettes.
So at least you know even what a cassette is.
Yeah, I know
I
what a
think
cassette
when you bought that, I was 2.
Yeah.
And you were 1, or non-existent.
But like, even back then when you had all those bands too, Green Day, you said the Ramones.
Right.
You guys, like, when it was punk, age-wise, you were a little very young, or were you?
Didn't even exist.
I'm trying to think. I don't know everybody's age here, but that was even the real punk year was like a little ways ago.
It was definitely before our time.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I'm glad you caught up on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we wish more people were still into it. But,
and you were telling me too, instrument-wise and playing, even that you were a little raw in getting together, and how that worked out. I know Carla plays drums.
Yes.
Lindsay,
drums.
You're going to hear Lindsay playing some good bass a little later. I love when women play bass guitars and like
awesome.
a rockish type. I love that.
Agreed.
And I know Lindsay, like when you're growing up musically, and Stephen plays guitar and sings. I'm more like when I see women growing up, they're giving them clarinets and they're giving them flutes. And God bless, piano is a great instrument. I don't know if that was thrown your way. How'd you come up with bass?
I've been playing the piano for
Great instrument.
15 years, maybe.
Oh, yeah?
I was kind of pushed into that, but I played the guitar mainly.
Okay.
And then when we started talking again, we kind of just swapped instruments. He used to play the bass more, I think.
Yeah, why did we do that?
I have no idea. I really don't.
I was
You're both too great at what you're playing, too.
I was a bass player. I would say bass is my favorite instrument, and guitar is probably hers. But we switched because we like to make things harder for us.
Yeah.
And the fun part is he never even played drums in his life.
Yeah, I've never played.
You never played drums in your life?
Yeah, I started playing what, 6 years ago? 7 years ago?
No, really?
Yeah.
You just like making noise and beat when you're in the car with the guy in the dash banging away? And
it's funny that you say that, because I used to play this video game, Rock Band.
Yeah.
And I remember I got up to the hardest difficulty, and one day he came over and saw me playing.
That's when they had that. It was like an electric video game drum,
drum
set
set,
that you
right?
played a lot.
But
Okay.
you know, the game is actually like a drum. You can have like a simulator.
Okay.
Right? So he came and saw me playing on the hardest difficulty. I mean, not
Really?
even, and I didn't even take note of it. I was just playing, and he said, "Dude, I think you can play the drums." I'm like, no. And then it just developed from there.
So from a video
we're,
game.
we're going to hear you, and I think you know how to play drums.
Thank you.
I think everybody does great and things like that. And listen, you have a great sound. It's good. That's why even on the show, a little different sound from some other things that we've had. And that's why I love having you on. And we're going to even get into where how we met. And actually, it was at Big Cat Studios. I was down there just to check out the studio in Mount Vernon, and Carol over there.
Cats.
Carolyn
Big
Toby.
cats.
Carol said, "Steve, come down this particular day and time," and she tricked me good. She says, "By the way, I have this young band, Expect Less, that I want you to check out." I said, "Absolutely." She knew I was doing the show,
Right.
and I met the three of you,
I love
and you're in there playing, and you did your thing, and I said, "Can we be on?" I said, "Yeah, sure.
Right.
Why not?" I thought you guys were doing a good job, and I love younger bands, what you're all about, and what you try to do. The only thing, Lindsay, your glasses.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lindsay originally broke her glasses when I was there, and I didn't realize. I thought it was her look. She had black tape
Right in
around
half,
them,
they broke.
and not only
and
that,
up my
the black
cheeks.
tape went onto her forehead to
That's
make
right.
sure they didn't go.
That's right. Make sure they didn't go.
And she's playing with that on there, and then I asked her, "That's great. I thought it was part of your look," and you go, "No, I just broke my glasses." But are we going to like
But
stick to that maybe on
the show
future?
must go on. you
Yeah,
know?
we might have to stick to that in future
They'll-
videos
they'll
when
probably
you hit it.
break
I
it
think
down.
that's going to be a good look for
Yeah.
for yourself too.
Hey,
But
you
that was
give-
just funny when
You
it,
give
when
me
it
the
happened.
word, I'll snap them in half right here.
Yeah, I think
Crazy glue is not going to hold for
I
very long.
guess
so.
it's I guess it's tough for new artists too, and financially and things you're doing. So to get another pair of glasses, it's a bit of a struggler. And I did
crazy.
bring extra black tape if anything happens.
Oh, that's
so.
awesome.
Thanks.
So
That's good.
no, but like even that's some things we were talking about for yourselves, like the play, and if you want to play and equipment and the things that you need, it could really add up. And the other thing with three of you, you got to drag more stuff around. There's only three of you to do it.
Yeah.
How do you find that stuff if you try to
Well,
equipment and things like that? If you
Yeah, that's definitely, I think it's a subject that a lot of people overlook when they think about bands. Is it's a constant expense. And especially us, none of us own a garage to play in. We have to physically rent out space. I mean, we love doing it at Big Cat where you saw us.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we have to pay for space, and we don't even necessarily have all the right equipment.
Right.
I think there really needs to be some sort of initiative to have more local places
encourage things.
encourage
That's why
or
we do
have
the show.
equipment already there, and the show.
And the good thing is, we're going to have a chance to see yourselves play
Ah.
at Big Cat, and
That's right.
and the one thing I'm going to ask Carlo, you're going to find out. Hopefully, the air conditioning was good for you. So we're going to talk about
gotta
it.
keep cool.
We're going to do a song, "Dog in the City." So you're going to hear it. You're going to hear the band playing, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. And by the way, Dog likes this song. So here we go, everybody. "Dog in the City." Let's rock and roll. Dog in the City. We just heard it. We're going to talk about that a little more and some interesting lyrics. And the one thing at Big Cat, which I give you guys a lot of credit, when I met you, I said we got to have some sort of videos. And just something like that you did. I think, what were we saying, how many cameras did you have?
It was, that was 3 cameras and 2 people, so one of the cameras was stationary, 2 were moving
did a little
around.
editing.
And our friend, give a little plug to Jose
Yeah.
and Marco.
No, that's okay. No.
They
And,
did the videos for us.
what you did was great, because on the show, that's what we try to have some videos and things like
The
that.
Gomez brothers.
And it's great for yourselves to have that for anything you want to promote, YouTube and
Yeah.
things like that. So I appreciate it, because we talked about it,
Right.
to be on the show, and you went out of your way to do something like that.
Right.
And I think you play drums okay.
Thank you.
And I think the air conditioning we saw
Kept
kept
me
you
cool.
cool. You were
Kept me
one cool
cool.
cat drummer
That's right.
over there. And the one thing, the Dog in the City, we're talking a little earlier. Well, the lyrics. Let's see, Stephen.
Bring it on.
Well,
yeah, bring it on.
We're going to talk about the song. I'm just a dog in the city, looking for some grass too.
You can stop there. Yeah.
Interesting. What's that song about? It's interesting lyrics, because I feel bad. I was saying I feel bad for these dogs.
Right.
As we digress to things, that are walking on sidewalks. They got to do their thing. They like to have a
Exactly.
little
By the
piece
way,
of grass. 'Cause-
Superb lyricist, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because you feel bad for those dogs in the city.
Yeah,
Looking on the
absolutely.
sidewalk, like, and they're looking around like, what the hell's going on here, man? Leave me alone. Give me some grass.
Yeah.
So, did you find some? You still looking?
Still looking. Yeah, because just like you, I feel bad. I feel bad for those
If you have
dogs.
to, there's a men's room. I think there's a chunk of grass I put in here. Just
Make us feel comfortable. That's right.
no, but sorry, go ahead.
But no, yeah, but yeah, up until that point in the song, it's really about it's like 2 people arguing with each other about what the point of life is, and it talks about some like
That go on forever.
Buddhist views, right? And it sounds like it's 2 people arguing with each other, but it's really supposed to be one person arguing with different sides of themselves, sort of different point of views.
Now, do you write on the different songs we're going to hear? You write most of the lyrics? You talk about it a little bit? How do you guys...
Yeah, I write
that
the lyrics.
process?
He writes the lyrics, and
Okay.
we compose the music.
I bring it to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like with the music like that, the basic song chords and things like that structure, you kind of worked on, you bring it in and you just bang it
Just
out.
bang it out, yeah.
Okay, and one thing with Lindsay we're talking about too, the songs you see, you generally are playing with a pick,
Yep.
Yeah.
which from my limited skills, I kind of do that a little bit too.
Yeah.
I kind of know why I do it a little bit, but why do you like playing with the pick there too?
I honestly, I've always been more comfortable playing with it,
Mm-hmm.
and the sound. I like the sound better and the precision of it. Really.
That hard, sharp sound,
Yeah.
a little more driving
Yeah.
type sound too. And the fingers, if you play around much, that's like on your own when you're playing around with just your fingers, or you
Yeah.
just always...
Every once in a while.
Okay.
Even at practice.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 more songs a little bit later, but that was a good dog, and he loves the song. He thinks he's a dog. We've discussed that too. So
That's not a dog.
it's one of his favorite.
One of our songs is named after her slapping her fingers.
Oh, Slap a Mule
Yeah,
later on.
One of our
Tell a good
songs is
story
named
Just
about
don't
that later.
stand behind the mule when you slap her. I don't know. Lindsay,
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know
get
if you
into that.
slap
We'll
her. I don't know
definitely
if
get into
you may
that,
have to
though.
wear your stand too. She may give you a kick or something too. But no, that's a good thing. And we're going to hear a bunch of the other videos too, and a chance to talk. But one thing we talked, and we do a lot on this show, and partly why we have it, the Westchester scene is not very kind to original bands. And it drives me a little crazy like that. But what do you find, like, when you're trying to find venues to allow you to play? How do you work that? Or
Yeah, you almost. It just seems like any bar you go to has a cover band playing, which
God bless them, right? But
sure,
refuse
it's got its purpose, and I understand why it brings people in because they know the songs already.
right, little
but
following, I guess they have.
sure, and it's sometimes fun to see,
Yeah, why not? You know?
But I mean, if you're a musician, I personally don't understand why someone who's a musician wouldn't want to create their own things.
Yeah,
But-
and I'm out there trying to find things for a lot of bands I've been on, and I've done the Bring It On concerts,
Right.
and you know what? We have 4 or 5 bands. People really enjoy with the variety. So a lot of yourselves, even if I wasn't doing this, a lot of bands on here, I wouldn't know who they are.
Right.
And it's fun discovering bands, and you were fun like when I met yourselves like that too. But hopefully we give more of an opportunity, because all these cover bands guess what? Those were all original bands at one time that made
Absolutely.
songs, and they had to play. And
Absolutely.
you know, and hopefully,
one day somebody covers us, right?
no, you know, absolutely. You know,
Probably
just,
be us.
Who wouldn't
Probably
want
be
to
us.
sing those lyrics? Maybe.
Probably be us.
Yes, you're a cover band, a cover and expect less.
But yeah, they should definitely. I wish more bars and venues would, small venues obviously, would put a little more emphasis on local
Yeah, 'cause these
original
bands work
artists.
really hard to create their own original music.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So
I know.
it would be cool to allow, some of them to be seen or to be heard. It's pretty.
I can't believe we're going to go listen to another song
That's awesome.
pretty soon. I just want to make
Lucky
sure
us.
we are going to do, Lost, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. And one thing I want to find out is the na-nas. How do you determine how many na-nas should be in there? So our next clip, everybody, is going to be Lost, and when we come back, we'll talk about na-na-na-na-na. Let's go.
I've been doing this for years and I don't know why. I can't catch a break, well I'm too afraid to try. Try to do this on my own. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So close to giving up. Who really gives a fuck? Don't wanna be like all of you. I don't wanna be like all of you. I don't wanna be like all of no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
So, how do you determine how many na-na-nas that we put in a song? Was that a big debate, or was that like right from the beginning?
There's a whole math equation.
Was that on, you consult Einstein? How do you do that one?
We have a whole team of people working on it.
You know what's good? Sometimes you want lyrics, but there's something about just na-nas or whatever it is, like to throw in, and it makes the song, and I think it worked out great. But
I very
the
much
song
agree.
itself, Lost, what was that one about too? We know it's na-na-nas, but
It's not.
It's a whole bunch of
about something about being like a little different. You're trying to be a little different, and what the effort is, and maybe some people don't relate to it as well, and things
Yeah.
you're doing.
Well, absolutely. It's just, sort of being lost in life, but trying to do whatever you're doing, whether it is music or any path you choose, and it's hard and you want to give up sometimes. And the Nas could be anything you want. I remember him telling me that once. He's like, the
Yeah.
Nas is just, that's you spacing out. It could be, it's like blah, blah, blah.
It could be
nah,
you
nah, nah.
fighting. It could be you fighting
blah,
against
blah.
the nose.
Is that the sequel? The blah,
Blah,
blah.
blahs. I
should
think you
work
got
on that.
something going on there.
No, I haven't listened. If I can contribute, just give me a little writing
right?
credit.
All
That's,
right,
I don't
the
take.
blahs.
We could do it.
Yeah, I'll take what a pocket change. That's good enough for
Yeah.
me too.
Nah, but it's definitely the Nas stands for how you feel towards the negative.
No, but that's good. Like you
shake
guys
it
are
off.
doing,
Yeah, to shake it
you're
off.
doing your thing, and you run into people you don't realize. You're out there trying to do your band and
Right,
what you
right.
guys are doing, and it makes it fun for yourselves too. And when people meet you, that you're doing something a little different, and hopefully something we're doing. We're expecting a little less, but
There you go.
we
that was
we
good.
hope. Now, I don't want to forget this time. I keep forgetting. The dog got mad last time.
Yes.
We're gonna take questions out of a hat. He looks good. So we're going to put him in here. We're going to have a little quick fun. We're going to pass the hat, and each of you can read a question. There's actually 4 in here. So
Are we all answering?
pass the hat. Just
person
don't
who-
look. Just reach
just the
in.
person-
You read it out. Let's see. Let's be silly for a second.
Gotcha.
Oh, we always
What do you
do
got,
silly.
Steven?
Should Lindsay wear her broken glasses when performing? Yes.
Everybody?
Give me them. Give me them.
Let's trademark.
Wait a minute. I brought you a gift, Lindsay. Here.
What could they be?
Oh, there you go.
And I
With
even
the
had a little
tape-
attachment
with the
tape.
Yeah, that's it. We're doing this. We're doing this right now. There you go.
Lindsay, I didn't want to feel you left out.
Oh, this is how you guys feel? Like, no, okay.
This description's a little off.
I feel like this is a couple months
It is.
ago.
Those like 1.25 like reading glasses that I got.
They're just magnifying glasses.
Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to read. Do
is
you have a
awesome.
question there?
This is great. Can you read? You like?
You can take them off.
Steve.
If you could invite any musician/singer to do a song with you, who would you pick?
Good question.
I know your answer.
What's my answer?
Should we say her answer on 3? Go ahead.
You
Say your
gonna say
answer.
You know what I was gonna say.
If you,
Haley?
if you
I was
want to
gonna say
answer
Haley.
for her.
The
Haley.
lead
Haley.
singer of Paramore, Haley
Oh, yeah,
Williams.
yeah. We were
Yeah,
talking a little
Haley
bit about
Williams.
Paramore. Great
Yeah.
band.
Uh,
We wouldn't be
I
fine
think
with that.
everyone knows that that's
Your
my
turn,
answer.
Carlo.
Okay. All right.
But the sad part is he doesn't know how to read.
I really do not know how to read. Really,
Pick
this
the reading glasses.
remind Steve to speak out on the artwork.
Thank
the
you, because I
backdrop.
always forget, just like I forget the hat.
Oh,
You're going to see a little things later, the website and Instagram for the Voodoo Queen behind me.
yes.
And the picture over there. You can go to the site, check it out. The
awesome.
gentleman, Nino, was nice enough to allow me to use the art. We blew it up. Some wild stuff, some street art.
That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of stuff on their site. And we're trying to promote everything, music, art, and he gave me permission. And like I said, the Voodoo Queen over here overlooks my shoulder. Keep an eye on things,
like-
too.
I
So,
like that.
yeah, some neat stuff. So I'm that's why I put that question. I was going to forget again.
I love street
I'm,
art,
I'm
so-
surprised I remember to take his hat off. I think we have one more. I'm not sure. I think there's one
There
more.
is one
Whoever.
more.
There might be one more.
Let's do it as a group. This one.
Was that one?
Yeah.
If stuck, I thought we were going to read like that. If stuck on an island and could only listen to one band or performer's music, who would it be?
Oh.
We all can have separate answers.
Okay, we all can have some of that.
Obviously, I'm going to say Green Day. Or my own band.
He's gonna
Paramore.
say. He's gonna say Paramore, Green
course.
Day. I'm gonna go with Green Day.
You know, it's surprised
Wow.
things are going fit. So we have like about a minute left there. Wow.
Wait, so do I get kicked off the
So
island?
Definitely.
we're going to have to do one of those other things.
No, we love Paramore.
Actually, we're going to have one more song. We'll talk about it now a little bit. Well, we just have like maybe another 30 or 40 seconds. Slap a Mule. And you're going to have a chance to see Lindsay do some little soloing between the song on bass, which I think was great. And who came up with that to have a little more of yourself playing, which I think was great.
Well, we just always like to highlight bass. Bass is important to us to have
Yep.
in songs, so we don't hear it in many songs. And she's slapping that bass, slapping that mule.
And that's what you're talking about. Slapping the Mule is the bass.
Yeah.
Because the first time she played that song, she had blisters on her fingers, and
And I was like, your hands are so rough, you can slap a mule. That's how it actually
how
came
magic,
out.
Just
magic
Just like
That-
that.
that one
yeah,
line.
yeah. That just, and we was like, oh, slap a mule, and that was it. That was.
No, it's good. And just
it.
like I said, if it's a real mule, you got to watch where you stand. And if you slap Lindsay, you got to watch where you stand. You never know what's going to happen. And she might throw her broken glasses at you or
skills.
something.
kick you.
She got
So-
skills.
So I think we're going to have to wrap it up here. And we're going to go out with Slap a Mule. Everybody expect less. You'll see things, credits and all to check them out, where to find them, and support the original bands. I really want everybody to do it.
Sweet.
All right.
local music.
Slap a Mule, expect less. Yeah.